get these guys come here. Whoops! Run away, collies. I personally don't throw this part away. I like the stalk, so I'm just going to cut it into smaller pieces and roast it off at the same time. Only apron stream. It's not a smooth brain. It's not hot, it's just me. Alright, so we're just going to sort of break these up into smaller ones, just so that they'll roast more evenly and more quickly. And yeah, they've got a little, getting a little brown in some places, so definitely need to use this up, because with the price of vegetables right now, you don't want to waste anything. And this is like a super, super easy soup to make too. You roast off your cauliflower, you cook off some aromatics, add some broth, let it reduce for a bit, and then you have blend it, and you're good to go. So that's why I'm not concerned about this shape of my florets as I'm doing it. Fabian, good to see you! Oh, Scott! Cauliflower. Oh, border collies are my favorite dogs, so that would make me sad if that were the case. Yeah, so let's get these. Fabian, I hope you had a great day. Very good to see you. Alright. Just gonna take one of these bigger ones and slice them down a bit. And it's funny, I love cauliflower. I love broccoli too, but I can't eat it anymore. But cauliflower, I can totally eat. So I take advantage of it when I can. And lately, it's been hard to find cauliflower, but that aren't like super teeny tiny. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but the cauliflowers here have been like half the size of this. And double the price. So, definitely not my favorite. Chilling out watching Fear Factor and do border collies. Artemis is a border collie! Oh my goodness! Ravenclaw! The bonsai part of Bonsai was a border collie. He's no longer with us, but yeah, Bonsai was my border collie, and Merlin was a German Shepherd cross. So, those are my namesake. Oops! I'll try and get these all on here. And then we're just going to drizzle a little oil. I'm not going to season them right now. I'm going to wait until we get it into the soup and get everything in there. So, just got this tray here. Just try and get them lying sort of flat. I've got my oven at 425, which is why it's crazy hot in here. And I'm just going to grab some olive oil. Artemis and Luna. Oh, I love that baby Looney Tunes. Oh, Grizzly Meadows, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate the raid. That's incredible. Thank you so much. I know there's a lot of people on right now, so the fact that you chose to bring your people to come visit with me and the rest of my people is fantastic. All right. So, perfect. I was wondering what I was going to do with that last bit of that bottle of oil. Oh, that actually is me. Okay. I look so confused. Alright, so. You don't want too much oil. You just want enough to sort of help it brown up a bit. So we're just going to toss it around. Like I said, get it lying flat as best you can. And then into the oven this goes. You're hungry. Oh, I'm hungry too. Scott! 2572, good to see you. Welcome in. Glad you could make it. No worries. I think it was a pretty boring notification, to be honest. I think it said parents will approve of this stream. Whew. Yeah, that is toasty in there, so we're going to let those go for about 25. And then we can start in on the stuff we will need for our enchiladas. Because we need to microwave our sweet potato. Could you wind I did the other stuff. Polaroid will always be the main cam. Good to know. Julia Michelle, I love cauliflower too.
We've got big balls. We've got big balls. She's got big balls, but we've got the biggest balls of them all.
River! Oh, so good to see you. Oh, perfectly roasted broccoli with dinner. Oh, yum. Oh, yeah, it's definitely a winner for sure. You know what? Roasted veg in general. If you're not a veg lover, try roasting them. Or specific veg that you're not a fan of, try roasting them. That quite often will change your mind just because it completely changes everything. The sugars caramelize, they get sweeter, and then you can, I've got little pieces of cauliflower everywhere. Yeah, it totally changes everything about your vegetables. So definitely do that. So we need to get our sweet potato for our enchiladas cooked off. You could do this in the oven if you wanted to. Mine's already busy with the cauliflower, so we're actually going to do this in the microwave. So this is about 1.5 pounds of sweet potato. Roasted Brussels sprouts taste completely different, Scott. Yeah, Roland, good to see you. Welcome in. And yes, please make sure you're following River. She's fantastic, and she's got some really cool games that she plays, that she is... I finished the cube group things to the cave. I finished. So yeah, she's gotten me hooked on these awesome Rusty Lake games, and yeah, I'm obsessed. Roasted Brussels are amazing. Oh yeah, you know, well, I love them. Yeah, River, I was so excited. I finished last night. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. But yeah, so we're just gonna give this guy a stab. We're gonna put him in on high power in my microwave on one side for about 5 minutes. Flip him, do another 5. You can do this with a fork if you want to be a little safer than I am. Just make sure you get good stabs all around, because you do not want an exploded sweet potato. Or any potato. You would do the same thing with a regular potato too. And I'm not too worried. We're going to be taking the skin off and just using the flesh, so I'm not too concerned about the outside and how it's going to look. Alright. Alright. I think that is good. So like I said, into the microwave. 5 minutes on high. Now, depending on your microwave, it might take you a little bit longer. Mine happens to be incredibly aggressive, so mine probably 10 minutes is going to do the trick for it. Replace radish with carrot, braise radish. Ooh, yum. Until you roast a radish. Ooh. I have not roasted okay, I've heard some people say that they're not fans of cooked radishes, and I don't believe I've had a radish in a cooked form at all. I've only ever had them raw in salads or as like a part of a like veggie platter or something. Oh no, Roland. Yeah, I love raw radishes. I love pickled radishes. Curing in an air fryer. Oh, well, an air fryer is not too bad. You could do the same thing with your air fryer for sure. It's just like a regular oven, so just smaller and more intense. If you're mind turnips, even you know what, Scott? I know you were saying that finding a way to make turnips taste good would be nice. Not even a stove. Oh no, God. That's a lot, because you're there till September, right? That's a long time without a stove. I'm sure you'll find interesting armored turnips. Ooh, simmered daikon is glorious. Oh, cryptid, yes. Yes. Well, because you did that simmered daikon on your stream. So, yeah, I don't think I've actually... Armored turnip. Oh, that sounds delightful. Oh, I'm going to have to try that. Never had a radish. Roasted it and weren't fun. Wasted height. Exactly. Exactly. It's basically turnips au gratin. Oh, okay. Okay, I can get behind au gratin. Because that usually means there's cheese involved. And if there's cheese involved, bonsai's on. I'm in. I'm in. Turnips fortified with iron. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so... No, that sounds delicious. Kohlrabi. Ooh. Yum. I see the kohlrabi and I don't know what to do with it. So it's like, I suppose you could just treat it like anything else. That does sound delicious though. Yeah, that's the one thing I love about winter is you get all the root vegetables, which is kind of nice. So Yeah, all right. So we are going to start on the sauce for our...
$5
Oh,
a
Michelle, thank you
month.
so much for the resub. I appreciate that. That's so kind. Thank you. Roasted shredded purple cabbage. Yeah, I just... You know what? There's something about roasted vegetables. There really is. There's nothing else. You can make it taste like pork. Print. Hey, Underground, did you refresh and then... Because you're not going to get yours. It hasn't printed yet. Now it's print. I'm walking back to the kitchen. Now it's... Always eat it raw. Never cooked coffee. Oh. Yeah, I'm excited to eat. Roasted... Oh, I love roasted parsnips. I love parsnips and... You did and it didn't show up? Oh, no! Aw, that's unfortunate. I wanted to see your weird profile picture. Yeah, I do love roasted parsnips and carrots and butternut squash. Oh, so yum. So yum. Oh, this guy is smelling so good. I'm gonna go and check my printer because it's now finished. Having a bit of a attack over in the corner here. And there we go. Oh, look at Julia Michelle's lovely profile picture. Now I get to see where those little circles actually are. Thank you so much for the resub. Another addition to the Wall of Fame that will be going up. I like carrots either raw or cooked. You know what? Yeah, I do too. But I don't like the baby carrots that are already peeled and washed because they just taste funny. But I like just plain carrots, normal carrots. Keep it drinking beer like it's water. What is the alcohol percentage there? Oh yeah, with pot roast. Yeah, well, carrots and pot roast are like, yeah, ooh, roasted candy carrots. Yes. Maple glazed carrots are a thing of beauty for sure. We are going to get on to our enchilada sauce that we need to get going here for our enchiladas. So slide that out of the way. And for this, I'm going with a Rick Bayless recipe. He's probably the first person that actually introduced me to Mexican food at all. Waiting for me to say maple. Come on, I'm Canadian. It was going to come eventually. Beer is just flavored water, yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Everybody has their thing. Sometimes it depends. Like, carrots have to be that kind of weird in-between. Papiaquettes, yes, I love enchiladas. So today we are doing a sweet potato and black bean version. I'm just going to check on my sweet potato. He's a big guy. Woo! Okay, so this is what he looks like right now. I should get Teflon fingers. But yeah, so you can see he's starting to soften. So he needs another 5 minutes at least. We're going to get back in there. Okay, so drinking. Oh, 6.8. Okay, that's not terrible. Your brother's making enchiladas tomorrow. Oh, nice. Rick and Patty are both awesome. Oh, I've only ever experienced. Rick Bayless was the first person because I remember way back. Like this is how. In the original Martha Stewart show, she would have Rick Bayless on as her Mexican food guru, and I loved the attention to detail and the fact that it was pretty authentic, and the fact that he would actually travel, and he still does to this day, still travels there and spends months on end researching and finding ingredients and things. Oh yes, yeah. Carrots for me need to be either raw, or if they're cooked, they just need to be at that just slightly tender. Like, you don't want to be sort of like, you don't want it to fall apart, but you want it to have a little bit of bite, but you want it to be soft enough that you can cut it with a fork. Does that make sense? Probably not. College exchange student from England who flat out refused to drink American beer. I don't. Woo! 19 ABV. Ooh. Ah, that's a beer. Mushy carrots all the way. Yeah, and you know, it's a personal thing. It's a personal choice thing. There's, you know, and it's the texture. I totally get that. So anyways, this is his recipe from his Chicago restaurant Frontera, which has been around for a million years. And so this one specifically uses Guajillo chilies, dried ones. So I've got these here, these beautiful specimens. I'm very lucky that I have a Latin market in my city. Yeah, exactly. And so like, oh, wasted height, 100%. Had to carry the Korean guy home after he slaps. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow, Roland. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, mashed carrot. Yeah, I'm not yeah, no. The only thing I liked mashed is potatoes, to be honest. So yes, I get these beautiful dried peppers. So I need 4 of these, or about an ounce. I'm going to grab my scale just to make sure. And we're going to seed them and break them into pieces. We're going to toast them up a little bit. And see how that goes. Yes. There we go. There. No. You're having a... My scale is having a conniption. There we go. Need probably about 4 of these. We'll go with 5. Yeah, that works. Oh, sauerkraut. Yeah, sauerkraut. Like sauerkraut. Ooh, sauerkraut juice. Patty Jeanette. Ah, yes. No, I think I think I've heard of her, Texas. I think I've heard of her. Oh, Sister Bruce. I love the purple heirloom carrots. What the hell? Carrots. I like the purple heirloom carrots, but I do not like what they look like when they're cooked in things. They turn a very strange, either one of 2 things, either a gray or they make things look burnt. Neither of which is particularly awesome. Yes, yeah, Texas. I've heard of her. I don't think I've seen much of her stuff though, but yeah, I will definitely take a closer look when I'm done today. So these guys, because they've just been dried whole, they still have all the seeds, as you can hear. Little maracas. No worries, Damien. You take your time. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to break them into pieces. Try and get those seeds out. There we go. Normally, I usually I soak these. YouTuber, okay. Good to know. Oh, ex-queen here. Thank you so much
and
for
welcome
the follow.
to my
Welcome
home.
in. Oh yeah, Scott. Yeah, those guys are a little on the hot side. I'm not too concerned about getting all the seeds out, mostly because I am going to blend this and then sieve it. So if I have a few seeds in, it's not going to be that big a deal. You know, I'm going to grab a bowl because this is great to see you. Hey, Marriage, thank you so much for being here. Welcome in. Glad you could join us. I am Bonsai Merlin. It is very nice to meet you. I am just taking some peppers, some Guajillo chilies here. Just breaking them into pieces because we're going to toast them up a bit before we make our enchilada sauce. And if you don't mind me asking how you found me and where you're watching from, if you're cool with telling us, you don't have to tell us exactly, but just sort of general area, that'd be awesome. So glad you're here. Oh, and thank you for the shout out, Underground. I appreciate that. Make sure you give Queen a follow. And also, if it's okay if I shorten your name to Queen, because sometimes I do that. I tend to take the short version of a name, but if you prefer being called by your entire name, please let me know. I am more than happy to do that. Alright, oh, and there's all the seeds. Okay. Civet, a wildcat that poops gourmet coffee. Yes. Yes. Oh! Yeah, oh, we're happy to have you here. Absolutely. This is a riot of a group. And now that you've followed, you do have channel points. Feel free to use them as you see fit. You get them all back as soon as you use them, so you can continue to redeem for things. They never go away, you just keep accumulating, so that's always the fun thing. And I know that this group likes using them, so enjoy. Okay. Let's... Oh, there we go. Oh. Yes, there we go. Queen, that's fine. Oh, thank you. Oh, from Norway. Welcome in. So glad you're here. I don't know if I mentioned that I'm from Western Canada, but just in case, yes, I am. You notice they never had a World War I propaganda posters of Jupiter. Scott. I love that we have people from all over the world. Nightwalker, who was here earlier, is from Lithuania. Roland's in Poland right now. We've got the States. We sometimes have Australia, all over Canada. So, glad you're here. Thank you. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to toast these babies up. So I'm just going to grab the induction burner here. And we are going to quickly give these a bit of a
Stand with your feet together, buttocks tight.
You once nearly froze to death in Norway.
Oh, to the side, shoulder height. Now flex your hands upward. Press the heels of your hand out to the opposite walls, and circle forward. 2, 3.
This is one of those routines that people like to do.
2, 3.
You can make me do squats.
5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
yeah.
7, 8, and
I definitely want to go to the Nordic part of the world for sure. You're back! Had to put food up. 100%. Oh, as a queen, we'd love to have them. The more the merrier. For sure.
Bravo!
Alright. Back to what I was doing. We're gonna... Prime Dino! Good to see you! Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Please make sure you follow Prime Dino. Fantastic human and great DJ. Kiki Owl, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in.
And welcome to my home.
Nice to meet you.
Yummy.
Bindarook, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. So good to see you. Oh, you did Arctic survival training. Ooh. Yeah. I can barely survive in Edmonton. I don't think I'd be able to survive much further north. Kiki Owl, welcome, welcome. I'm Bonsai Merlin. It's really nice to meet you. Thank you for being here. Okay, we're going to toast off some chilies now. This is only going to take a couple minutes max. Just want to get them a little toasty. Aw, Vindarook, thank you so much. Welcome, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Furthest north I've been is Chicken, Alaska, but it was something. Yeah. I am not much for. I'm born and raised here, and I don't do well in the cold. So, all right. So we're just gonna get these guys toasted. And I'm just putting them in by hand just to try and get the seeds out that didn't make it out. Okay. Okay, and once you can smell them, that's all you need. Ooh! And that is very potent smoke. Yeah, pretty much, Grizzly, pretty much. So, and as you can see, they've softened up a bit there, so that's exactly what we're looking for. That guy out. And Westport, Ontario, furthest from yeah, I'm like, I should be used to the cold. Like, I've lived here my whole life, but I just don't like it. I'm not very good with it. Perfect. Okay. So good to see you. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Chili smoke. Are you okay? I heard. Underground and I had that same thing happen once. I hope you're okay. Please make sure you're following Bapsot. She's an amazing, amazing food and drink streamer. Does Korean food. Traditional and modern. Today was modern. Yeah, I'm trying so hard not to inhale pepper smoke. Oh, yeah, no, Underground and I did that. We deep fried some rice cakes and they whoop, exploded. Like, I had to pull my stove out. They went in behind my stove. It was awful, awful. So I hope you're okay. Texas sort of filled us in. So yeah. So anyways, you can see that the toasting has made them really nice and flexible. And now what we need to do is, whew, yeah, pretty much, Grizzly. Pretty much. Okay. 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 Okay Then we need to get them into a blender. So, got my good old blender. Whew! That'll clear the sinuses. Holy smokes. Yeah. Oh, Grizzly, I'm so glad. You will not be disappointed. She is fantastic. So much fun. Okay. I'm so glad that we all follow each other around. This is an incredible community, so it's always nice to see everybody hanging out everywhere else. And, okay, so we need 28
Are you
ounces.
serious? This is torture. You're torturing me and everyone
Roland,
else
I'm going to say
watching.
that's probably pretty close to what was supposed to be happening. I've got some diced tomatoes here. I need... How much do I need? 28 ounce can. These are not in ounces. These are in mils. So we need to do the conversion. I mentioned... I thought I did the conversion already, but I clearly did not. Let's do this. Let's do... open up. Milliliters, 2 ounces. Oh look, it's the first result. Okay, so I've got 398. Whoops. 398. So 13 ounces and I need 20. Okay, so I need about 2 cans of this size. I'm using fire roasted because they were on sale and I love them. They're delicious. Oh! Fall Guys. Yes, Damien, you did mention that you got Fall Guys. You would think that such a cute game would be so much easier to play. Nope. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Oh dear. My mom is so happy when I visit, but I'm only there to be an otherwise unremarkable nurse with history scars. Oh. Well. Not the case. So anyways, I don't mind that these are diced because we're going to be blending the daylights out of them so they'll be nice and smooth, and then we're going to pass them through a sieve. Rage quit so hard today. Fall Guys is easy. Oh, Ravenclaw, you have not seen me. I pretty much timed out of video games the minute they went to 3D. Like, yeah. I am a good old original Super Mario kind of talent level. Okay, so just get these out of the way. But I'm okay with it. But I'm actually quite good at like the puzzle games, like the ones that River So Wide plays. Those are more my speed. I am not the most coordinated with. You get yeeted every 2 rounds. No kidding. No kidding. Bonsai, did you tell me? Oh no, Roland. I don't think you told me. I would love to hear it though. Okay, so in with our 2 cans of tomatoes, we're going to add those guajitos that we toasted off to make them nice and soft. We need to add some cumin, some cinnamon, some chocolate, some chipotle, and some black pepper. So, okay, technically it says cumin, but I know with this kind of food that I like a little extra. So, get some black pepper. Almost through 4 rounds. Nice. Okay, so about 6 or 7 good grinds of black pepper. We're going to go in with a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. And what do I always say? If there's cumin, there's coriander, because they are best friends. So we are going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of the cumin. And we're also going to put in about the same amount of coriander. And then we are going to add just a little bit of chipotle, ground chipotle, for some smokiness and a little bit of heat. And the guajitos are a little brighter.
He who controls the spice controls
Send me lurking
the
while you
universe.
clean oil. Oh, that's what I feel that. I feel that so much. But I'm going to put about 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon in. Because cinnamon goes really, really well in all sorts of Mexican food. I'm just hoping you're okay. That's my main concern. Because I have experienced the rice cakes. And I'm going to do about 1/4 teaspoon. And a level 1/4 teaspoon, not a heaped like I did with the cumin and the coriander, of the chipotle. And let's go check on our cauliflower. Our cauliflower. Where did I learn to speak? Okay, let's get this out here. Oh, yes. That is looking beautiful. Check that out. It's nice. It started to get soft. I'm just going to give it a bit of a toss. We're going to give it about another 5 minutes just to really get it nice and soft. All right. I am happy with that. Oh, I love it. It smells so good too. Like you can just smell it getting sweeter and sweeter. Delicious. And even these parts are getting nice. Perfect. So happy. So happy. Did you ever think at when you were 12 that you'd be that excited about cauliflower? Never. Never. Oh. What? Roland! Oh my goodness. Wow. Made some traditional kimchi, decided to age it traditional, still in bucket. It's still there. Yeah, just make sure you don't use anything like a Vaseline on it, because that's just going to keep anything in. You want to make sure that if you do use something that's more like a polysporin, so it breathes, because Vaseline doesn't breathe. But probably still edible. Yeah. Scott, I feel that so much. You're talking to the girl who gets excited about appliances for Christmas and her birthday. Like, you saw my face when I got that immersion circulator. Like, come on. Yeah, oh, no problem. No problem. My mom's a nurse, so I have all the fun tips for all the stupid things I did as a child. Because I was a complete klutz. Yeah, no, Vaseline actually acts as a barrier. That's why you see all those people on TikTok and everything lately. Using it for their face masks at night because it holds everything in. And what you'll do, especially if it's still warm, is you'll end up trapping that in and you'll just end up having the burn go a deeper thickness. So make sure you're using something that breathes like a polysporin, nothing that has a petroleum base to it. No aggressive zooms. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, exactly. That's the sort of balance there, is you don't want it to dry out, but you don't want it to be covered in Vaseline. Any tips, Elizabeth, for anything she could use otherwise? Yes, and definitely a little bit of ice if you can handle it. I know the lips are super sensitive, so it's kind of a tough place. But all right, let's get my spices out of the way here, and we can get to blending. And actually, I'll move my blender over here. Now, you could do this in the food processor, but it's not going to get as smooth. So I would recommend, if you have a blender, to use the blender. But it needs to be a jar blender like this, not an immersion blender. Because with these chili peppers, an immersion blender, you probably won't be able to get the chili peppers blended up as well as you'd like. Put the lid on. And I am going to put my hold music on. Be a couple of chords long. Thanks. Alright. I'm going to cover everything in Vaseline now. Yes, exactly, Elizabeth. Never Vaseline. I remember you telling me that when I was a kid. Because like I said, I was a klutz. I still am. But never Vaseline on burns. Because yeah, you'll just end up making it worse. So I'm going to put on my hold music while I turn this on, because I'm just going to get this all whizzed up and nice and smooth, and then we can get it into the pot cooking down.
It's the hold music. Hold music.
Stand with your feet together, buttocks tight, stomach rolled in, and arms straight out to the side, shoulder height. Now flex your hands upward, press the heels of your hand out to the opposite walls, and circle forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back.
Hold music.
It's the
hold music. Hold music.
I'll do a few more for you because I didn't hear it when it first started. Tactical, good to see you. Welcome in. Please make sure you're following my brother from another mother. Tactical, good to see you. Good to see you. Tactical wasted. Yeah, that was a fail. That was a total fail. Anyways, so we've got this all nicely blended. When you open it, lean back from it. Don't do the last time I blended up something that had all sorts of chilies and fun stuff in it. I leaned right over it. That's not smart. Don't do that. Wonder how much background people in exercise videos get paid. I bet they get paid in the feeling of a job well done. Or maybe that's an excellent question. I have no idea. She always extra. She doesn't do the. Sorry, I'm just catching up. I'm like, yeah. No, I did a couple. Extra. I'll be super close to it. Yes. Hayden Sweat. Oh. As long as it's mine and not someone else's, I'd be okay, I suppose. No, I wouldn't be okay with that. I'm the person who works out when I work out here. I have the patio door open and then I have 2 fans on me to avoid being too sweaty. Alright, so let's... Oh. Okay, that smells delicious. So as you can see, we've got this beautiful, nice deep red sauce. Those spiral roasted tomatoes were definitely the right call. They smell incredible. I'm going to grab my small pot here. We're going to go back over to the stove, check on our cauliflower though, because I forgot to set a timer, of course. And yes, I am happy with those. That is perfect. That's nice and soft. Yeah, we've got a nice little bit of brown on them, which is exactly what you want. Perfect. Oh, so happy with that. Oh, so sweet. Raw tomatoes. Blech. Barbarella sweat. Yeah. Ugh. Just no. Just no. Okay, so I've got my pot here. We are going to get all of this tomatoey goodness. Oh, I totally forgot I need to sieve it first. So close. So close, Bonsai. I'm like, that's why you had this parked over it. So, take the blade out here. Be super careful when you're using anything sharp. You don't want to lose a finger. So I'm just going to move this straight out of the way so it doesn't constitute a hazard. You got booped. Yes, alright, so we are going to take this beautiful puree and we're just going to pass it through a sieve here just to catch any seeds and any flakes that didn't completely blend up, which is totally fine. Oh, that smells so good. Push through. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to let this reduce down. Cook off a bit. And that will be ready to go for our enchiladas. Now these enchiladas can actually be made with a red or a green sauce. I could not find tomatillos to make a fresh green sauce, so that's why we're doing red tonight. But it's totally up to you. If you have a green sauce that you'd like to use, you could definitely switch it out for that. I also think the red sauce will go slightly better with the black bean and the sweet potato. Yeah. You just... Oh my god. Oh no, Babsod. Yeah, luckily I didn't have any stuck to the ceiling. They just all went all over the kitchen and behind the stove. So that was nice. Yeah. Oh goodness. Yeah. No, cooking is not always a safe thing to do, that's for sure. I know I've luckily never had anything other than that go crazy exploding. but I have had numerous pots boil over. It's all part of the game, I suppose. Okay. Pretty close. 11 fry. Oh yeah. No, you know yeah. I think I don't know. I think if you sort of put them in a shallow pan and did them really quickly, it might not be too bad. But like Underground and I dropped them in a wok that had been cooking chicken because we did sort of Korean fried chicken nugget type things that night. And yeah, learned the hard way that that is not what you do with your rice cakes. Underground, did you run away? No. No, Underground took all the heat for that one and has had the burns to prove it. So I'm very lucky because I think I just stood there and freaked out. Which is not a surprise. That's kind of a standard operating procedure for bonsai. Okay. That is about as good as it's going to get. But look at all that glorious sauce in the pan. Yeah. Make sure you get all the good stuff off the bottom of your sieve. Don't want to leave any of the good stuff behind. Okay. So that I am happy with. We are going to slide this out of the way. And then we are going to get this cooking off. We can get all the other stuff prepped. I'd eat that sauce with a spoon. Yes, I would eat this sauce with a spoon too. As soon as it's had a little bit of heat to it, because it's still a little acidic. It needs a bit of time to cook off that raw tomato. So, I'm gonna do that. Still, despite my best efforts, still managed to get tomato all over the sink. Well done, Bonsai! Insta-packing peanuts, yeah. Yes, tactical 100%. That's pretty much exactly what we figured happened, is it was just, there's a little bit of wet, and we all know how much oil and water go together. That was not a smart idea. Okay, so I'm gonna get this guy going. Oh, I know you want a pot on there. Fine. Shh. There we go. Alright. So, we've got this guy going. I'm gonna have it sort of a medium-low and just let that simmer away. I'm gonna grab a spoon, give it a bit of a stir.
Bonsai.
Over to Bob
Hey,
Ross.
Bonsai.
Ah, yes.
It's new sauce. Chad has asked me to tell you we can't see
Yes,
what you're doing.
Tactical, I think
Wrong
we
camera.
did. We did pre-soak them. So, yeah, for sure. And it was just, yeah, it was a nightmare. It was so bad. It was so bad. Okay, so we are going to let this stir and just let it sit for about 5 minutes or so. Ooh, we should check on our sweet potato. I almost forgot about this guy. Okay, so he's cooled off a bit. As you can see, he is mushy, but not crazy mushy. So I'm just gonna grab a knife and give him a poke, see if he needs a couple more minutes. Or not. No, we are good. No, I am going, and he's cooled off, so that's perfect. Alright, so he's happy, I'm happy, we're happy. Let's get this, let's try and not make a huge mess here. Alright. So, I guess you know nothing. No, Ravenclaw, honestly, I didn't think you'd need to,
Wow.
What's soak them? I'm like, words are hard. Words are so hard. Okay. Sorry, my phone just went crazy. There we go. That's so weird when your phone just starts going off. It's like, stop,
Yum.
stop. There we go. Okay. Back to our regular schedule programming. Okay, so we've got our sauce reducing. We have our cauliflower, so we're going to get the rest of the soup stuff ready for the cauliflower soup. And we are going to get the sweet potato
wrapped in plastic.
Oh, that reminds me. If you see up in the corner there, this guy with my T-Rex arm, I'm going to tickle him if I can. There we go. There we go. This guy. The Streamies. Game Pass Dad is putting on a parody award show. It's just for funsies. So he took the nominations forms, and now he's gotten those all sorted out, and now it is time to vote. So if you go to that link, you can submit your votes for people in various categories. I have been nominated for some. Chatter. The person who chats so much they quite often forget what they're doing. I don't know why I got nominated for that one. And also there's a mod award for best mod / troll. And then there's best beard. There's best sidekick. So URC has been actually nominated for best beard and for best sidekick for James. You hot. And woo! Very hot. I barely speak. I know, you may have done the chatter. There's also PDS was also nominated. I believe he might be in Best Beard. He's also in Best Sidekick for Taco Alpaca. And if you check under the there's one, and I know you put your name in wrong, River, but River's been nominated. So I think it's for a streamer under 50 CCV. Why did I put the skin in there? So anyways, go check them out. It's lots of fun. The awards will be at the end of February. And yeah, we'd love your support if you feel like we entertain you and we are deserving. We would love to have that. I've already submitted my votes, so URC God. I barely speak. Salava, good to see you. Welcome in. Okay, we're just gonna smush up this sweet potato a bit here. That'll help it cool off before we put it in with everything else. Now, like I said, you could do this in the oven if you wanted to, but this is far faster, far more efficient. Whew. Steamy taters. Okay. So, okay, so I'm just gonna let that go for a few minutes, let that steam get out of there. And I'm just gonna check our sauce here, which is coming down to a nice consistency. Putting it beautifully. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate that.
I don't know what this is, but it's kind of
covered in sweet potato. Sweet potato everywhere. All right, we're going to turn that down a bit because it's starting to bubble. I'm going to grab my screen so we don't end up with a crime scene. Good. All right. So for the rest of our enchiladas, we need some. We need cheese. We need chilies. A couple jalapenos. Some garlic. So I've got a couple jalapenos here. Some garlic. Enchiladas, yes. I need Grandma's masher. Oh, I've got a masher. I've got a ricer too. I love my ricer, but it's such a pain in the butt to clean, so I don't use it. Like, it's super effective, but it's also a pain in the butt. So, and we also need
everybody
to
haven't seen my balls. They're big and salty and brown.
So it says a couple cloves of garlic. These are pretty big ones, so I think I'm going to stick with 2. And you can do as you like with the the hot things. Tad, good to see you. Welcome in. Tonight we will have sex, and afterwards, if you'd like, a little bit of getting into a pretty bad car accident. Oh, that wouldn't be fun at all. Street racing Honda, bonsai potato roaster. Oh, okay, so my enchilada sauce is looking pretty good there. It's definitely thickened up as it's on down there, so yeah, we'll give it a couple more minutes there. So I need some jalapenos, and I'm using the gloves because that was dark. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I all of a sudden feel like, I'm in a Cronenberg movie for sure. Where's James Spader? Sort of what I'm waiting for. Yeah. that was a great way to welcome yourself into the stream, hey? Oh my goodness. Okay, so jalapeno is entirely up to you how much you use. I'm going to de-seed and take the membranes out, so they'll be a little less spicy, but it's entirely up to you. If you want to leave it in, you can. If you don't want to use the jalapenos at all, you don't have to, because we're also going to be using canned diced chilies. Side-eye. If I was at Cronenberg Altered State, yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Get these de-seeded. They should be good. Alright. Yeah. Then we will need some... The only thing about these are a little long. If I left that yam in longer, it would have been like scattered. Gloves over good chili. Oh, tactical. Yes, I have learned the very, very hard way that one, so definitely. Gloves all the time. These ones unfortunately have very long fingers to them, so I'm worried about cutting off the end of my glove. But, He needs some sound effects while I'm concentrating on not cutting my fingers off. That would be amazing. Okay, so once we get all this mixed together, I'm also gonna, before I forget, I'm gonna drain those black beans.
I like
too.
the way your balls smell.
Actually, I'll finish the jalapenos, then I'll drain the black beans, so I don't have to put on another pair of gloves. But yeah. Get those black beans drained, and then you just mix everything together. Oh, starting for my sauce bubble. That's perfect. Then we need to cut up some onion and some garlic for our soup. And let that get nice and delicious. Alright, okay with those. Get another bowl here. And a little bit of a soundtrack to go with it. Get those in. I'm going to grate my garlic in. Qualify for work insurance? No! Nice! That's awesome. That's like a major milestone. Congratulations, that's fantastic.
Great job.
Chutney. Oh, so that's fun. Sorry. Okay. Sarcasm. Oh, sometimes it doesn't quite go over the internets as I would hope. Alright, I just need to move something out of the way here. Oh, okay. Oh, cost reduction sucks, yeah. Alright. Oh god. I thought my camera had gone blank. I'm like, what did I do? But I'm just gonna grate my garlic here. You can mince it if you want. You can smush it if you want. This is just the option of least resistance. And the fastest, in my opinion. And it's funny, Scott, I was actually gonna bring out that garlic thing you showed me a picture of the other day, and I totally forgot. Because Scott sent me a photo on Instagram of that garlic thing that my mom got me for Christmas. So, I meant to bring it out. I will bring it out for the next thing, I promise. Okay. So, garlic good. Let's check on our sauce here. Alright, so that has bubbled down nicely. You can see it's almost a tomato paste kind of consistency. We're going to add a couple cups of chicken stock to that and let it continue to cook down.
I like this. This is cute. I want this inside of me.
And I'm just using chicken concentrate. You can use veg if you want to keep it vegetarian or vegan. It's entirely up to you. The recipe calls for chicken, because these are supposed to, this sauce goes with chicken enchiladas. But yeah, if you definitely wanted to keep this completely vegetarian, you could go with veg stock. So, a couple cups of that. We're going to let that continue to simmer down for another 10 minutes or so. That should be good. Sarcasm good, sarcoma not. Oh. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, so we're gonna put the screen back on, let that sit back in the corner, and we'll hang out and have a good time all by itself. Gonna bump the heat up a little bit. And we can get back to the rest of our filling.
You get a ball! You get a ball!
You get a ball! I am feeling pretty magnanimous. Everybody gets balls. Okay, let's get back to draining the black beans. Now I'm using
Listen, I'm Mike.
canned.
You get a ball! You get a ball! You get a ball!
Fritzby, good to see you. Welcome in. Did that gnome's hat grow? It's actually a noisemaker from New Year's. But I just figured it made him festive enough for the season. Starting tomorrow, it'll be starting tomorrow, we'll start into the pig hearts and Cupid garbage and whatever comes with this time of year. So we need some black beans, and I'm using black beans that don't have Happy birthday! Fritzby, I hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday so far. Thank you for being here. There's no place like Gnome. Yeah, no, he's still got his little Happy New Year necklace, and he's got the birthday girl, and we're just we're hitting everything all at once. So I'm using canned black beans, and these have no salt added, which is my preferred kind. Just that way you can control the seasoning. And especially if you're paying attention to your sodium levels, definitely want to make sure you get the ones that don't have any salt added. I'm just going to give those a rinse. And I need about 1.5 cups. So we'll see if I need to open the second can. Because the one thing I have learned is American recipes and Canadian can sizes are two totally different things. Unfortunately. American can sizes are smaller than ours. We're just overachievers, I suppose. I don't know. But yeah, so I need about 1.5 cups. So we're going to see if we've got enough with this one can. Might need to open the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Yes, that's actually perfect. Okay, so 1 can works for this recipe. Fantastic! That makes me so happy. There's nothing worse than having, like, almost enough in one and having to open a second one. It's like, because I always forget that they're... I put them into my fridge and then I forget about them, so... Can's bigger than average. And then we've got just these diced chilies.
I hope you have a fantastic day.
Again, those are entirely... Oh, I don't talk. Good to see you, and thank you for the lurk. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. They're going to add sort of a different, more acidic heat, which is nice. And you kind of need these... the sweet potato and the black bean can take a lot of heat, a lot of seasoning, so you want to really amp it up. So, got our 2 cans here. Queen, believe me, 99% of the stuff I make is because I'm starving. By the time I'm done my stream, I'm like, I can't take it anymore. I need to eat now. Okay, so we've got our black beans, our chilies, our garlic, our jalapenos in here. And then we are going to add some lime juice and some seasonings. So we need about 2 tablespoons of lime juice. And these guys, the citrus is starting to hit that point where it's not great again, so... probably need a whole lime, maybe 2, depending. And these guys have no juice. Workout for that, holy smokes. Yeah, true. Dad, fair enough. I did get home kind of late, and then I had to get set up, but I also wanted to get a workout in before I started, so it was a late day. Because Tuesdays are office days, so... Okay. Alright, so if you're having trouble, you can also use a lime juicer thingy. Those little squeezy ones. I don't have one of those. So, we're just gonna go with the hands. Okay. And we're going to grab our seasonings. Oh, this smells so good already. I could just eat this as a salad, to be honest. I want cumin, coriander. I want my chilies. So, we're going to go with about ½ teaspoon of cumin. That's a 1 teaspoon. Oh, thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. Yeah, alright, so we're gonna go ½ teaspoon of cumin. Actually, a little bit more because I like cumin. And same amount of coriander. And then we're going... It says chili powder. I'm gonna use a combination of... Julia's squeezer. I'm gonna do a combination of 3 different chili powders. Just because I like the different flavor profiles they bring. So one's really bright, one's kind of smoky, and one's kind of fruity. So you hit all of those sort of beautiful chili notes, and it'll really work well. So I've got a guajillo, which is also in the enchilada sauce, so it's going to go over nicely with that. So about a ½ teaspoon of that. And I love the bright red color of it. It's so pretty. And then I've got a pasilla, which is sort of a more... fruity kind of yeah, it's just beautiful. About a ½ teaspoon of that, and then I'm gonna go in with an ancho, which is sort of a deeper, more smoky flavor. And then you can, if you want, add a little bit of cayenne to this. I'm going to, but you certainly don't have to. But just a very small amount, because you've also got the jalapenos in there, you've also got the diced chilies in there, so don't want to go too crazy. And before I forget, while we're letting our sauce simmer, I'm actually going to add some Mexican chocolate to my sauce, just to add a little bit of a depth of flavor to it. There's absolutely no sugar in this, and it's just beautiful. Stone ground, really dark. That's what it looks like. So I'm just going to add about that much to it, about a wedge, that melting in there. It just adds that extra something. Oh yeah, for sure. Scott, 100%. Refried beans, absolutely. I am going to add a little bit of cayenne to my mix there. And we can get that all mixed together with the sweet potato, and we should be good to go. Just gonna let that sauce simmer down a little bit more, which will give us time to get our soup going.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
Yes, these are gonna be spicy, but I like my food spicy, so that's okay. So we're gonna give this a good stir. Oh. And then we're gonna pour that straight in with the sweet potato. Actually, we'll put the sweet potato in with this. I think it'll be an easier transfer. So let's get that sweet potato all mixed in there.
Meow!
No eggs! There are no eggs today.
Spice controls the universe.
Linda, good to see you. Yeah. Yes, I dance around with a sweet potato pot in hand. Welcome, yeah, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, oh, Dune. I'm very excited. Have they started to, like, I'll be honest, I haven't seen the original, but I did watch the new one and was super excited to know that they were going to be doing more, so I'm hoping that they've started filming it. Can't wait for the next one. Exactly. Oh, Underground, did you hear that they're making another Tron? I just read that the other day. Okay, my spatula is no longer doing it. Let's get the fork in there.
Emotional damage.
Just fork it around. It's a potato that's just being a jerk. There we go. Okay. Now the last thing we'll need to add to this is some cheese, but we'll do that right before we
controls the universe.
start making it. Oh, thank you, Britsby. I appreciate you being here. That's super, super kind of you to hang out with us. I appreciate that. You lurk away. Okay. That is nice and combined. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to check on our sauce. And then we just need to get a couple things going for our soup. Okay. Our sauce is reducing nicely. And once that's ready to go, we'll be able to build our enchiladas. You're old. You saw the original Tron in the theater? So did Underground, I think. Not getting vegetables challenged. All right. Let's do a quick wipe down here. Let's check what we need for our soup. All right, so we need red onion and some garlic. And just clean up a little bit here. Saw Star Wars when it first came out. Oh no, we've got the I remember when crew happening. I love this. Love it. I saw Return of the Jedi in theater, so that gives you any indication. Went for my brother's birthday. So. The other ones I was And Saturday Night Fever and Grease. Shelizabeth, yes. Okay, Shelizabeth wins. Unless somebody else is lurking around that I'm not aware of. But yeah, I think Shelizabeth wins on this one for sure. Oh, these red onions are so beautiful. How was it when the talkies came out? Wampus, Waka, Bilbo. Tat, yes, I think you are welcome to that title. I know it's definitely not me. I'm sort of squarely in the middle, I'm pretty sure. If we had to do like a, what is it, a mean or median, I'd probably be the mid-range hero. Your favorite color is black and white. Oh, this onion is going to be the death of me. So Lion King animated when it came out. Yeah, noob sauce. I will say, the first movie I remember seeing actually was Popeye with Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall. I also remember seeing Ghostbusters in theater and being scared out of my wits. I jumped out of my chair. I hid behind the seats. And even to this day, like when that scene comes on, I can still see myself freaking out and jumping behind the seats. Yeah, Lion King. Did I see Lion King in the theater? I don't even think I saw it in the theater. I think that might have been a rented movie for me. So, but yeah, no. Yeah, Popeye with Robin Williams, man. That was a movie. My first movie, Guns N' Never. Oh, kidding. How often do I go live? I am on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So yeah, 3 times a week, and sometimes the occasional pop-up if something exciting happens. But yeah, definitely Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm at 8 o'clock Mountain, and Sundays, I'm at 4 o'clock Mountain. So, yeah. I haven't seen that, but I love Gregory Peck. Oh, Kill a Mockingbird? Come on. Now that's a movie. It was. Oh, that's cool. It's funny. Somebody on Twitter was asking today, what is your favorite birthday memory? So I wrote down mine. When I was 16, when I turned 16, my parents actually took me to what was then the fanciest restaurant in town, the Harvest Room at the McDonald Hotel. And we had like the big adult fancy dinner, like we're talking asparagus with béarnaise sauce or hollandaise or whatever, I can't remember. But like all the forks on the table and a cake that came on a plate with happy birthday written on it. So yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite birthday memories for sure. I've had lots of really good ones, but that one definitely sticks out. You lurk no more! Chroma, good to see you. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a great week so far. And before I forget, I would dearly love to thank you for following Dream Kid on Twitter, because you have turned me on to his music and he is phenomenal. So in case I haven't had a chance to say it, thank you, Chroma. And everybody else, go check out this Dream Kid. He's amazing. He's from the UK. He does synthwave. And I think the reason I started watching when it popped up on your feed is because he does these really cool things where he'll like have an entire backstory to the music he's playing in like this 30-second to 1 minute snippet on Twitter. It's amazing. And the thing is I remember those movies. I remember that time. It's all very 80s. And so he's incredible. So Chroma, thank you for exposing the world to Dream Kid, because he's awesome. We are going to go over to the stove and get our pot going here. Don't need this one. I need this over here. Do some rearranging. I'm going to sing while I do it. No idea why. Okay, so we're going to get some oil heating up in my pot here. Where should I put lid? We'll just put that there for now. And I'm just gonna use regular canola oil. The one sentence backstory, the music, Chroma, exactly. So a couple tablespoons of oil, because we're just gonna fry off the onion a little bit.
Are you serious? This is torture. You're torturing me
Miguel,
and everyone else watching.
Good to see you. Welcome in. I hope it's not torture. Happy Tuesday. But he is truly spectacular. Like, I went to his SoundCloud and it was just so cool. Hola, good to see you. Welcome back. Captain Happy Pants, hi, you're new here. Well, Captain Happy Pants, we are glad to see you. Hope you had a great rest of your weekend. And the start of your week has been pretty good so far. Just getting on to getting the aromatics ready for my cauliflower soup. And then we can start building our enchiladas. And then eventually I will get to eat tonight because I'm starving. Okay, so I'm just going to grate this garlic again. I'm just going to do it straight onto my mat here because we're going to move it all over at the end. And okay. All right. That should be plenty. I'm just gonna give this a rinse because there's nothing worse than the garlic drying on this thing. It's like wallpaper paste. Okay, mini finger remover. Modicum of civility, mod scum is best scum. Alright, we're going to head back to the stove because we're going to get our onions into our oil now. Yeah, that's nice and glistening. And I'm not going to put the garlic in yet because we don't want the garlic to burn. So... get a spoon. I just want to soften these up a bit. Mods come in villainy. Yep. Are we in Mos Eisley all of a sudden? I feel like we're in Mos Eisley all of a sudden. Just remember, Burrito always shoots first. That's the story and we're sticking to it. Okay. So I've got my onions cooking off there. I'm going to let those go for a couple more minutes while they soften. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt right now. I'm using table salt for this, but you can use whatever you have on hand. About a 1/4 teaspoon or so. We'll check for seasoning again after. Uta tuta solo. Voted. Thanks, Elizabeth. There were so many people to pick from. So, you know, if you go and you're voting and you choose not to vote for me because you know someone else you want to vote for them, please do. Just go vote. Because the more people that participate, the more fun it's going to be. And then the show itself is actually going to be really cool. There's going to be musical guests, and there's going to be fun presenters. I believe there will even be an in memoriam section dedicated to cable management. So yeah, there's so much coming. It's going to be so fun. And also make sure you're following Game Pass Dad on Twitter and on Twitch. He's hilarious. Such a chill, fun, just genuinely nice dude. Alright, so those have softened up a little bit. I'm going to grab, while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to get my stock ready. And what else did I need? I need my garlic. I'm going to get my garlic in here. Let that cook down. Don't need that big chunk. Just Lumpy Joe, wish your tooth were solo. Oh my goodness. Alright. So once we get this all stirred around, and you just want to cook that until you can smell the garlic. And I can smell that. So we are going to add our broth. So let's do that. And then I need about 3 cups of water to add to that. And like I said, you can use whatever you have. Cubes, better than bouillon if you have that concentrate. I like this Campbell's concentrate. So, Yellow Bags, what is the dish? Great to see you. Welcome in. Hello. This is going to be a cauliflower soup, and we've also got a sweet potato and black bean enchilada on the menu for tonight. Glad you could make it. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. I'm excited about it. Okay, so we've got the broth in there. We are going to add the cauliflower to the pot, and we are going to bring that to a boil, and then turn it down and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. And then we'll add our seasonings, blend it up, and we will be good to go. There's our beautiful roasted cauliflower. That's all in there. And turn the heat up a little bit. Let's get that going at a boil. And then we can turn it down. Try and get that all covered by the liquid. There we go. I'm happy with that. I'm going to grab this tray out of the way. Oh, Yellow Bags! Well, you're here on the right day then. Welcome in. Bonsai Merlin, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, enchiladas are actually one of those kind of really fun things to do because there's so many variations. Mine today is going to be a vegetarian version with the exception of the sauce because I use a chicken stock in there, but you could definitely use a vegetable stock and make these vegetarian. And I'm actually going to put cheese in them so they'll remain vegetarian, but if you wanted to make them vegan, you could either leave out the cheese altogether or you could use vegan versions of cheese. So for that, I'm going to let that continue boiling on the stove. We're just going to take a quick peek at it. Yeah, looks good. And then, yeah. Also, how about you? Oh, you did a heckin' vote. Thank you, Chroma. I appreciate that. Retro Crave is done making popcorn. Oh, nice. Well, enjoy the movie. Enjoy the movie. Have fun. And say hi to Retro for us. We love you guys. Mwah. Okay, so my sauce is beautiful. Ooh. Ooh, and spicy. Don't lean away from the sauce. You can make them British and call them Judy Denchiladas. Yeah, well, have fun. It's nice to be able to sit back and chill, and let's be realistic, that's the best part, is the popcorn, right? Okay, so this requires some cheese. It said Monterey Jack. Much less. I have a bunch of cheeses in the fridge that I need to get rid of, so we're doing sort of a cheddar, mozzarella, all sorts of things happening tonight. So we've got a cheddar. It's actually a Mexican cheddar that has like peppers in it, which is awesome. So it's already already spicy. I'm just going to cut this a little bit. That's a little bit dry, but yeah. That's good. So we need about a cup of this to go in with the filling, and then we need cheese to go over the top. I've also got some mozzarella, I've got some cotija, and I've got some cotija, and I can't remember the other one. It's not a queso fresco, but 2 other Mexican cheeses that I bought for something else. So we're just gonna do a whole. Seriously, gives estimated your cost $7.99. Oh, yellow bag. Oh, okay. Oh, yellow bags. Yeah, I'm trying to do more vegetarian and vegan stuff myself. A lot of the stuff I do have on here will have dairy of some sort, but I always try to give you an option for ways to make it vegan, or for people who don't eat dairy. So yeah, like this would be great on its own, because it's just black beans, sweet potato, jalapenos, diced chilies. What else did I put in there? Garlic, a bunch of spices. So this on its own would be delicious. I'm going to add the cheese because I can, but yeah, here in the South you have anime. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much. And that's a very easy way. And I know there are vegetarian and vegan cheese options as well now. So there's that. If you want the cheese, that kind of flavor, that's definitely, I think that's more than I need, actually. For someone who was trying to get rid of all the stuff, which might not be able to. So we need a cup of this cheese. And we need about half a cup of feta. Go in here. Oh yeah, that's lots. Perfect. Okay. I think I need a bigger bowl. Yeah, I need a bigger bowl. And we're just going to pretend this is going to work just fine. And then this is feta in brine. I prefer feta in brine. But if you only have the stuff that's in oil, that's totally fine too. So, gonna drain it there. Southeast Asian, so cooking with their... Ah, okay. Oh yeah, no, that definitely works well. Definitely works well. Yeah, I am half Fijian. I'm gonna crumble some feta in here. Ooh, feta. Oh, thank you. It smells incredible. The seasonings I added cumin, coriander, guajillo, ancho, and pasilla chili powders, some pepper, and I haven't added any salt yet. I'm gonna do a final mix in a bigger bowl because I just realized that this one is not anywhere near big enough. So, yeah, that should be enough feta. And then we're gonna do a bowl transfer. Oh, the best laid plans. So, get this out of the way. Okay. There we go. Let's swap all the good stuff out of the bowl. That's okay. More dishes. My last couple streams have been very dish light, so it's about time I need one. Korean might be loved, but yeah. Oh, perfect timing. I'm over here at the stove. Let me switch it over here. Oh, Madam President, the asteroid is headed directly for Earth, and there's only one thing that can stop it. It's Sir Thomas More's Fruitopia. Oh, well, isn't that like an iced tea? Oh, cuckoo mama, thank you. All right, so our cauliflower broth and onion has come to Yellowback. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that.
And welcome to my home.
I'm glad you decided to hang out with us. Okay, so this has come to a boil. I'm going to put a lid on it, and we are going to let that go for about 20 minutes. So turn it down to about a medium low there. That's hot. Nothing. I promise. We just got the cauliflower that I roasted off earlier into the pot with some veg broth, some red onion, and some garlic. And we're going to let that simmer for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to blend it, add a little butter, add some seasoning, and it'll be good to go. That'll be our cauliflower soup. And then for this, I've got my sweet potato, my black beans, my seasonings, my cheese, my jalapenos. I need a better thing than a fork. This is not going to work. But all you get is a spoon on that one. Moist sticks. Nice. All right. So, jalapenos, feta, cheddar with spices in it. All sorts of good stuff in here. I am going to give it a quick stir, and then I'm going to give it a quick taste just for seasoning. And then I'm going to check on our sauce here. Yep, it's perfect. I'm happy with that. Turn the heat off, and then we can start building our enchiladas. Oh, this smells so good. I could literally just eat this like this. And you know what? You probably could if you wanted to. You don't have to put it in the tortillas. You don't have to make the enchiladas. You could actually just put this on the side. Flour, lumpy, I can't eat corn tortillas. I have some sort of adverse reaction to any processed corn. So corn tortillas, like the actual tortillas or tortilla chips.
I love corn.
I can't eat cheesies, like any of the good stuff anymore. So yeah, it's kind of sad. I can eat corn and I can eat popcorn, but anything that's been processed, like I don't know whether it's the nixtamalization that they go through, but yeah, can't do corn. So not the moist sticks. So yeah, it's definitely going to be flour tortillas for me today. Let me just give this a try. So good. Oh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, that would be good on its own. Or what does that guy say? Guy as in Guy Fieri. That would be good on a flip-flop. That's pretty much the case with this. It is delicious. Oh, I got a jalapeno stuck to my tonsil. I can have the cornstarch. I just can't, for some reason, yellow corn products I can't do. So I'm going to do a little bit of kosher salt here. Again, this will be to taste. So for me, it was lacking a little seasoning. So I'm going to put that in there. But if you don't want it, if you think it's perfectly seasoned the way it is, you can leave it out. That's entirely up to you. Do not eat your flip-flops. Yes, exactly. Please don't eat your flip-flops. Or if you do, don't say Bonsai told you to. Okay. That would ruin any street cred I have. Okay, so that I'm very happy with. Move our garlic out of the way. Let's get building these babies. And I'm just using, normally I would try to make my own tortillas, but in the interest of time and the fact that making a bunch that were even enough edible flip-flops, million idea. Okay, Lumpy, you can have it. I want to have the first pair if you don't mind. Just, you know, for science. So I've got a 9x13 pan here, and like I said, I would normally try to make my own tortillas, but not for this today. If you are using corn, you would need to warm them up first before you start using them. The flour are just softer by nature, so you don't have to worry about them breaking as you're rolling them up. But corn tend to be stiffer, so you definitely want to either wrap them in a towel and put them in the microwave for 30 seconds, or even warm them up in the oven just to make them nice and soft. You really can't measure cooking well. Exactly. Exactly. Made very soul food. And yellow bit, that's the thing, is for people who've been around a few times, they will have heard me say more than once, measure with your heart. And that's a lot of how my cooking goes with anything that has seasonings, is a lot of it has to do with just, you know, what feels good for you. I look at some recipes and think, oh, that's not nearly enough of this or that or the other thing. So I put in whatever I think is appropriate. So, but that's not necessarily appropriate for everybody. So that's the beauty of cooking, is you get to make it your own. Alright.
We've got big balls. We've got big balls. She's got big balls. But we've got the biggest balls of them all.
Which measure with your eyes and your tongue. Exactly. If it's too salty, you know. Okay, so I've got my enchilada sauce here. I'm just going to change the camera so you all can see it. So I'm very happy with that. So I'm going to put about a 1/4 cup of it in the bottom of my pan here. So that's going to help sort of cook through the tortilla on the bottom. Get a little bit more. And if you like your saucier, you can definitely add more. It's entirely up to you. I think that's the perfect amount for me. Thank you. As the ancestors, yours or someone else's. I need big bowls. That's enough for me. I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to move that off to the side. And I'm going to grab a plate so that we can put the tortillas down as we're working on them. Or 85 plates, as my stack seems to want to make me do. That is awesome. Yes, I do. Yeah. Yellow Bags, all I do right now is cooking streams, so I will probably try to branch out at some point, but for right now I'm enjoying doing all the different cooking streams. I'm half Fijian, so I do a lot of Indian food. I like to do what I call mental health food, so I like to do food that makes you feel good when you eat it. I've spent too many years spending micromanaging everything that I put in my face and feeling guilty or you shouldn't eat that. And I've come to the realization that, you know what? If it makes you happy, eat it. There's nothing in this world that is bad for you unless you have an allergy or sensitivity or you have to be watching really carefully. But otherwise, eat what you want. Just don't eat it. Like, you can have cake. Maybe not the whole cake all at once. I've seen too many people go down so many dark roads that, mental health food. That's what I'm all about. Fijian, yes. Yeah, my dad is from Fiji. And my grandparents are from India originally. So, okay, so we're going to put about half a cup of this filling right down the center of our tortilla here. This is the other good thing about enchiladas. There's no fancy rolling. You literally just get this filling in here. That might have been a little generous. And all you do is you just take it and you just roll it right over. And then we're going to lay it in our sauce seam side down. And we just keep going until we run out of space in our tray or until we run out. Hello, Eli, good to see you. Julia, exactly. You only live once. And Slavic, I agree. You know what? Your body will tell you what you need. Most of the time. Sometimes it's a little off. And sometimes you're like, really? Are you sure? But for the most part, just enjoy it. Because you only live once. You might as well enjoy it. Yes, please make sure you're following Eli. Fantastic human being. We love you so, so much. And also, please make sure you're following his event venue.
This is a public service announcement.
Your body said stop.
Merlin
Yes, no kidding.
Fijian,
No
not
kidding.
Tongan. Thus the reason why she's
Yellow Bags,
incapable
exactly.
of using tongues like a normal person.
I think I, like a lot of other people, have, the fluctuations. You go up, you go down, and then you go back and you're fine. Like, you know what? You just have to, do whatever you need. Yeah, I think I can actually get more filling. Okay, Old El Paso are jerks. They give you tortillas with the little ones stuck in the middle so you can't see that they're little. Oh, so annoying. Oh, Eli, that's so weird. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's not necessarily, but I'm so thankful. I appreciate that. I updated to OBS 29, so we had to do a mid-game restart kind of thing. So some of the things are working and other things are no longer working. So thank you. I appreciate that, though. And hopefully we'll have that up and running for the next next one so we can get your picture printed out so that you can go on my wall of fame. Okay. Ooh, this guy's a bit hefty. We're gonna have to do the bit of this, the fold over and the pull back like that, and then there we go. He's got pants. Oh yeah. And I'm really gonna stick these in there because I'd like to get all 8 of these in there if I can. Now, another thing is if you don't like sweet potato, you could do these with regular potato. If you don't like black beans, you could do these with chickpeas. You could do them with white beans. You could do it with kidney beans. It's sort of one of those great things that you can make work however you like. Love you, too. Oh, thank you. I love you, too. And I hope you've had a great week so far. You know, it's only Tuesday, but for some people that feels like a year and a half in people years. So, okay, so we are slowly but surely getting these babies in here. I'll just give you a look. Gonna get the other 4 in there and then we can get those into the oven. Which way do I want to go? No, I'll go that way. Love veg. Ah, you're in Mexico! Oh! I hope you are having an absolutely magical time. Yeah, no, it's veg night. We are doing sweet potato and black bean enchiladas. The enchilada sauce, because it isn't the sauce that came with this recipe, is from a different website, and it's for a chicken recipe, so it actually has chicken stock in it, but you could definitely sub that out for veg, and you'd be totally 100% veg in this. And if you don't want any dairy in it, you could leave the cheese out altogether. For sure. Yeah. Just trying to squeeze these. We are going to get these last 3 in here if it kills me. Thank you! And then we've got a cauliflower soup going, too. That we have, we roasted off our cauliflower till it was nice and golden, and then we fried up some red onion, and I have overestimated how much to fill these. Whoops! Oh well, these will be hefty enchiladas, hefty chiladas. But yeah, so that's just simmering away over there. I think I have room for 1 more in here. Perfect, because I think that's about how much filling I have left. Leave the cheese out. What language is that? I know. Yes. Oh, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. These are hefty. These are hefty. Okay, I will have enough for 2 more. Perfect. Oh, this is going to go perfect. I'm so excited about this. Oh, this smells so good. Oh, let's just try and tidy this one up a bit. Yeah, you want to try and get them down the center so that you have an easier time rolling it, obviously. Right. Do as I say, not as I do all the time sometimes. Okay. We are going to stuff this last one in. Because I say so. Because having 1 random taco shell is silly. Gotta get up super early. You enjoy the last little bit of time in paradise. Eli, thank you so much for dropping in. We love you and we will see you again soon. And then you can regale us with tales of beautiful weather and fantastic time. Yeah, we love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you for coming by. Okay, you know what? This guy's gonna be like... This guy's totally gonna explode at the corners, but that's okay. Yeah, bonsai. That might have been a little... I didn't think I'd have enough. Now I'm pretty sure I have too much. That's okay. This guy's gonna be stuck in the corner anyways, so... Let's move this out of the way. And...
What the fuck was that?
Hey! That was a perfectly acceptable burrito. It's a very thick Philistine. Good to see you. Welcome in. We are trying desperately to make this fold over. That is not going to happen. Hang on. Let's just move it all this way. Try it again. Enchilada disaster. There we go. There we go. Nothing to see here. There we go. It's perfect. It's perfect. Look at it. It's perfect. Quick, get it in before anybody else sees it. Okay. Oh, okay. So, here we go. We have our enchiladas that we've rolled and stuffed. And of course, if you're using corn tortillas, they tend to be smaller. So you'll probably be able to get a few more into your pan. And now all we're going to do is we are going to cover these in our gorgeous enchilada sauce that we made. And if you have extra, you can absolutely freeze it. Freezes beautifully. I actually highly suggest doing a double batch when you make this. It doesn't take any longer, and then you have exceptionally delicious things in your freezer for when you need something quick. Highly recommend having something like this available. Alright, so that is perfect. We're going to use up the rest of this cheddar with the seasoning that we have. And then we're going to use up the rest of that mozzarella. And like I said, I need to get rid of all the cheese ends in my fridge. All the sauce. That's a girthy enchilada. Yes, overstuffed, very chonk. We're all about the chonk today. I'm good with it. So let's get this mozzarella going here. Pretty much you can use any cheese that's going to be nice and melty and gooey and delicious if you're using the cheese. You don't have to. Let's get that grated up here. Mozzarella is easier to grate when it's cold, so don't do what I did and take it out too early, because then it's all soft. But there you go. Let's use this up. And I think that's actually going to be perfect. So these are going to go into a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes, just until the sauce is bubbling and the cheese is melted nicely. I am going to put this on a tray, because I just have a feeling that if I don't, my oven will be wearing it. Is mozzarella better for burritos? It doesn't really matter. Scott, you can use whatever you have. You could use Monterey Jack. You could use. I obviously had the cheddar left over, so that's why I used it. But it's entirely up to you. If you're not a fan of a specific kind of cheese, you can definitely use whatever you'd like. A Taleggio would be nice, although it's a little strong. Yeah, you can pretty much go with whatever you like. Or if you're in the same position I am, where you need to clean out the fridge, you can do a whole wide variety of cheese. Better for cold burritos. Okay, so I don't know what that was, but we're going to get our enchiladas on our tray, and we cook these uncovered. They don't need to be covered. So she says that she double checks. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna head over to the stove. We're gonna check on the soup. Pretty good here. Give that a couple more minutes, because I forgot to set the timer. I set the timer, I forgot to press start. That just needs about 5 more minutes to break down a little bit more. Then we'll be able to add the seasonings and the butter and get this guy in here. Perfect. Alright, I've actually pressed the timer this time. Sweet. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, Scott. Yeah, I actually had to do a fridge cleaning the other day. It was not a good day. There were things in there that I'm like, oh, I remember when I made you, I think. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, that was a while ago. So I have a habit of smaller containers have their way of making it to the back of the fridge for whatever reason. They just like slide and yeah, it's terrible. So now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by words. Okay. So if I say it's summer, it's automatically summer because I will take that. Hello, world. It's summer. I might develop language skills in the next few days. I've had a couple of those. Actually, what did I get rid of the other day? I think it was gravy. I think it had taken on a whole new life, a whole new. It was just something else completely. But yeah, no, cleaning out the fridge. Well, it's funny because I tend to go through things pretty quickly, so it's not really that big a deal. My problem right now is that I've been using the outside fridge too, so I'm in a false sense of, oh, this fridge is fine, mia. Because that fridge is getting full. So I have all of the things outside that are going to need to be dealt with. So should be interesting. Should be interesting. I'm not sure. Could be. Alright. I think our soup is getting pretty good here. A couple more minutes. So I'm just gonna do some butter while we're waiting. Pelican wrote about Cindy. There were a couple. The gravy was pretty close. I think actually, if I had asked it its name, it probably would have responded to me. So, yeah, and yeah, so far everything outside is still okay. So, okay, that's not true. There's a couple things that I'm like, yeah, that's not good. But we're going to pretend that it's fine. Okay, so I need about 2 tablespoons of butter for this. Again, if you wanted to leave this completely vegan, you could leave out the butter, or you could use a vegan butter substitute. It's entirely fine. Pop it in here because it's already dirty. Yeah, but you do need... The butter's just going to help sort of give it that richness. So I would not leave it out completely if you have the opportunity. Or if you have like a vegan version of a sour cream or something like that. Just you need that sort of emulsifying mouthfeel to it because it is pretty thin without it. So get all of the things that need to be cold back in the fridge. Nice! Stickers and a t-shirt, Nightwalker. That's amazing. Oh, hey. Yeah. Speaking of, I didn't have a chance to post them yet. Sorry, I don't mean to wander away on you, but I'll wander away for a second. Hi. 2 1 stickers from PDS. And they are awesome. And they also got here super fast. They were here like 2 days after, so you are going to love them. Hopefully they won't take too long to get to you. Yes, let's... I'm going to grab my trivet here. I'm going to bring the soup over. And we're going to start blending it. Yeah, that's awesome, Nightwalker. Congratulations. Whew. Steamy. To move this lid out of the way. Whew, that's hot. Stir. See all that beautiful caramelization in the vegetable broth. Oh, so happy. And look at the cauliflower's breaking down really nicely. So this is actually perfect for the immersion blender. I'm going to grab that. We are going to give it a bit of a blitz up. I live on the other side of the road. Nightwalker, hopefully, you know what? They do ship out of the EU, so as well as the US. So hopefully it shouldn't be too long for you to get yours. Okay, I am going to blend up here. Move this pot out of the way because I can see that turning into a disaster. I'm going to put on my hold music because this guy is very, very loud.
It's the hold music. Hold music. 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 It's the hold music.
Texas, you actually needed to click a link that came up in chat for that, and you redeemed directly from Fourth Wall, so that there's no exchange of personal information between us. Oh, okay. So the okay, because I know that some stuff ships out of the EU and the US, so yeah, no. When you redeem, you need to. There's a link that comes up when it says you win, that you need to click on, and then you redeem directly, so that you don't have to worry about anybody getting your personal information, which is also kind of nice. Oh, that's okay. No worries. It's an easy remedy. I'm sure we can go back and find the link and get that to you ASAP. No worries. Okay, so I have blended this up. If you wanted to do it in a blender, it would be much smoother. I actually kind of like the fact that it has a little bit of texture to it, so I'm going to leave it like that. And I am going to add my butter and stir that through here. And that's just going to make it nice and rich. And then I'm going to add my seasonings. I am going to taste it first just to see how we are for salt and pepper. For this one, it doesn't actually ask for a lot in the way of seasoning. Nutmeg, which is something I would put in a lot of things that are sort of white-based, like white sauces, mac and cheeses, things like that. But a little bit of nutmeg. I'm also going to add some garam masala to this just to give it a little bit of a bonsai twist. I like that Indian flavor, so we're going to do that. Excluded phosphorus. Ah! Oh, Underground, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Easy fix. The link is definitely, I know it, if we go back through the VOD, it'll be in the chat, so we can definitely find that. That is not a problem at all. Whew, that is steamy. Managed to burn myself as I blended it. Okay, so I'm going to grab the garam masala. I'm going to grab a little bit of nutmeg. And nutmeg doesn't make it taste weird. It's just one of those things that you just put in there, you don't even notice. I'm going to double check to make sure how much of it she puts in there so it's not to notice. Yeah, I thought. Not quite a quarter teaspoon. And I'm going to go with a whole teaspoon of the garam masala. Give it that nice sort of warm edge. I think all of the spices in this blend will go very nicely with it too. A little more. There we go. And then we just need to add. So I'm going to taste it first, and then we'll see if we need salt and pepper. Testosterone gel is allowed, but testosterone gel packets. Oh, weird. There's so many strange things that aren't allowed to travel at all. And apparently, spam in a package is a bad idea. You want to get it from the States to Canada. I don't know if it'd be the same the other way around, but kind of hilarious. We sell it here, but no, you can't bring it across the border. Get a box by FedEx. Okay, just gonna give this a taste here. Spam is meat, yes. But so many things. It's so weird how some things are allowed. Ooh, that's good. Needs a little bit of salt. Some things make it and other things don't. I'm gonna go with kosher on this one. It's meat, yeah, exactly. Just a little bit. About a half a teaspoon, not even. And then, you know what? It needs a little acid. It could use a little brightening. I'm gonna add some lemon juice. Just to sort of brighten it up a bit. Try not to get the bits in there. That would be handy.